So I've swapped my Akubra for these cool night vision goggles tonight because we're going nocturnal. So I'm wearing these cool military grade night vision goggles. I'm also using infrared torches and I'm using a night vision camera. This is the best way to see wildlife at night, so you don't disturb them with torches. So then you can see them with quite natural behaviour without them feeling a bit frightened with you pointing a torch in their face. What you see at night depends on where you go and at what time of year. When I take people on tours, I have 2 sites that I go to and I pick the most appropriate one for the conditions that evening. In the summer months, we can see and hear quite a few frogs, and it can get quite loud at times. In this clip, we can hear both great barred frogs and red-eyed green tree frogs all calling at night. In the warmer months, we can also see the nightcap crayfish, which are really amazing to see. They're about 30 centimetres long and they're endemic to the creeks around Nightcap National Park. In the warmer months, we can also see the leaf-tailed geckos, usually pointing face down on a trunk of a tree. They have the brightest eye shine of anything I see at night. In late summer, early spring, when it's wet, we can sometimes see the giant panda snail, which is the biggest land snail in Australia. One of the reasons we can see animals at night is because they have extra reflective retinas, which allows them to sort of double grab on any available light. It is quite extraordinary sometimes, where I'm watching possums in the tops of trees tightrope roping over vines, and it's completely dark. It's so amazing to see. It's generally thought that all marsupials have actually evolved from possums. The 2 main ones we see at night are the short-eared possum and the ringtail possum. The short-eared possums are a type of brush-tailed possums. We do see them in the trees, but we quite often will see them walking along the ground, and on this occasion this one was walking along the boardwalk right in front of us. You can also see she's got a little joey in her pouch. But of course they're just as happy up in the top of trees as they are on the ground. This one's a ringtail possum. They're much smaller than the brushtails, but you can see that it's very at home in these tree branches in the middle of the night when it's completely dark. This here is a pademelon, which is like a rainforest wallaby. We see 2 sorts depending on which site we go to. we see the red-legged pademelon and the red-necked pademelon. Pademelons are mostly solitary and they eat rainforest fruits and leaves, but they will eat grass if there's any nearby. Bandicoots are another one of our nocturnal marsupials. The ones we usually see are the long-nosed bandicoots, and you can quite often see them foraging around in the leaf litter and the soil, looking for little bugs and worms and things to eat. Bandicoots are also solitary and they're about the size of a rabbit. And sometimes if they get frightened, you hear them emit a little high-pitched screech, which is quite cute, really. We also see some native mice and rats at night time. The main ones we see are the little fuscopes, which are the bush rats, and we also sometimes see the melons. Both of those are actually in the rodents. And then we have the marsupial antechinus. So sometimes at night we also see the bats. So we can see the megabats, which are the flying fox, and we can also get buzzed by microbats. So in terms of birds, we sometimes see owls. If we do, they're a barn owl or a mast owl, but we mostly see the tawny frogmouths, which are in fact not owls because they are not raptors. Raptors catch things in their talons and rip them apart, but the tawny frogmouths catch everything in their mouths, which is mostly insects. People often ask me about seeing snakes and spiders. Yes, we do see them, but they're mostly harmless, or they just keep themselves to themselves, which also renders them pretty harmless. At certain times of the year, and especially when it's wet, we can also see bioluminescent mushrooms and glowworms, which is very, very cool.
Australia has some of the most unique animals on the planet, and we also have some of the most amazing nocturnal animals on the planet. And so if you want to see them, you've got to come out at night.